First off, I am starting a movement for peace. And in doing so, my ultimate goal is to ensure that marijuana is federally legalized. And I will not stop until that happens because it's a beneficial plant that heals people every day. It's not poison like alcohol that you all continue to pour down your throats. It literally kills you. Literally. And I lived inside a bottle for 30 years. But I got smart. And instead, I found something healthy and beneficial to the body. In 4 months, I've lost 55 pounds. It doesn't make you sluggish and stupid. It can make you healthy. It was used as medicine for thousands of years before a corrupt and extremely racist white man pushed his agenda through the entire world with being a bully. His name was A.J. Anslinger, and he was a piece of garbage. And my great-grandparents and grandparents bought into this nonsense. And then 1970-ish, along comes Tricky Dick. Richard Nixon was the biggest piece of garbage, or one of the biggest pieces of garbage that has ever existed. He was blatantly racist. That's the reason why the drug war was invented by him. He even arranged for a commission to find all the evils done by marijuana. And their suggestion was that it was not even to be on a schedule. It has medical benefit. But if you're too pig-headed to understand that, then maybe in the next life you'll learn. I get very passionate about this now because it saved my life. And people are still being locked up for a plant. And it's fucking, I'm sorry. I said this was for children, and I apologize. But I get passionate, and in the future, just know that that is part of my vocabulary. It gets across to people. So my church that I have started is called the Church of Unending Empathy. And I will borrow one commandment from the Church of the Latter-day Dude, who I am very grateful to. But that is, there's one tenet: thou shalt not be an asshole. Again, my apologies. A-hole. I'm sorry, I'm used to talking to people that have tattoos and piercings, and I'm more comfortable with them because I know their stories and I know the pain behind a lot of what is going on with those people, the ones you overlook. I'll put it this way: my church accepts anyone, unless you're a bigot or a racist. So if you have a problem with my friends and family in the African American community, you know what you can do with yourself. I won't use that word or those words in the future. I'll be using the ones with a point. If you have problems with my friends in the Latino community, then again, guess what you can do with yourself. For my friends in my family in the alphabet community, and I call them my alphabet community, that's the LGBTQIA plus community. I love every one of them. and I want to help them find the partners and find happiness. So if you want to come to if you want to join my congregation, please join it. My teachings are going to be based on one man, and he was the most humane person that I could ever think of. And his name was Fred McFeely Rogers, better known as Mr. Rogers. He taught me how to be a human being and how to love other people and to accept them for all of their faults. But if you're a bully, that doesn't pertain to you. And by bully, I mean if you're a religious leader and you force things on people, or if you wear a badge. Yeah, I'm coming after you guys now. Used to be my family. You showed me that you're not. So get ready, guys. I'm not holding any prisoners. My intent is to bring about peace. And if people want to work with me to do that, wonderful. I ask nothing of anyone. I don't want to be paid. I don't intend to be paid for anything. But my sole intention is to make friends of every color, creed, and race on the planet, and to be able to call them my real friends. Because you know what? There's no difference between any of you or me or anyone with a different shade of skin. You can learn more about that in church if you want. My church is non-religious. This is not a Christian thing or a Buddhist thing or a Muslim thing. It doesn't matter. That's the thing that I loved the most about Mr. Rogers, was that in all the seasons he ever did his show, not once did he mention God, Jesus Christ, or church. Because it doesn't matter. You can be a good human being, and you don't have to be told how to do that by somebody holding a decrepit old book that doesn't pertain half the things to it. And half the things, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ was a real man, I believe. And he was a good man, and he had a good story. But he wasn't the Son of God. He was special in that he was what I like to call a star seed. His presence on this planet made people and things around him better. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not comparing myself to that man, and never would I. But that's what I emulate. That's what I am trying to become. And if you mistake my kindness for weakness, please don't do that. Because I'm something the world has never seen before, and I'm not going to stop until my story is told. And I'm not afraid of anyone or anything, because I'm prepared to die for you, and I'm talking to everyone in my audience. I would die for anyone who's being abused or whose life is in danger and is innocent. If you're a bully, then you deserve what you get. I can no longer, myself, after having carried a deadly weapon for half my life, I can no longer carry something that would take another person's life, because I would not be able to live with that. And how people can do that, I will never know. But we are slowly sliding in to Nazi Germany. It's happening every day. Our rights are being violated at every turn, and I can no longer sit by and witness. I'm done sitting by. I'm 58. I have no fear of going to jail. I have no fear of dying. So I'm done. I'm done with bullies, and I've seen them my entire life. And I no longer tolerate a bully. So if you're a bully, yeah, watch out, because I'm coming for you. If someone tells me about someone who is being awful to another person, you better believe I'll be on their front porch. because I'm not playing anymore. I'm tired of watching every other video of innocent people being harmed by people with badges. You have outgrown your purpose. You have forgot your job. You, my friends, are public servants. So act like it. I have nothing but ire towards anyone that wears a badge anymore because of the way you treat people. Scumbags. You better think twice if you ever approach me, because you'll never hear the end of it. And that's not a threat. Like I said, I don't carry anything that would harm another human being because I can't. But you better believe I can point out somebody that does. So, my friends with badges, if I have any left, be sure if you pull me over with all my hippie stickers on the back, just for that, you better have your shit tight. Because I will own you. I'm your worst nightmare. And I'm sick of being mistreated by everyone. So, that being said, I'm on my mission for peace. And to attain peace, it's my thinking that we might have to become militant. I will be as peaceful as I possibly can. I am no longer me. I am something different. I am a being of light. But I tell you what, the human part of me that is left is angry and fed up with the injustices that is happening all over the world. And you keep buying into it. Love your neighbor. Love your children. Before you open your mouth, make sure that it's kind and meaningful. Another requirement of membership is if you look down on anyone else for any reason at all, refer to the first answer to the first question. If I lose friends tonight, so would be it. If you walk out of my life at this point, then you were never meaningful to me in the beginning. You may have been at a point, but no. Now, at 58 years old, I've learned that if I built bridges with someone, I can either walk back across that bridge and close my door, or I can burn it to the ground. So if you want to remain part of my life, then be a kind person to everyone, unless they are bullying someone. Then stand up and say something. Don't let it happen. I will never let somebody be bullied in front of me ever again. If it costs me my life, so be it. I would gladly shuffle off this mortal coil in the act of saving someone's life than I would hiding behind something. And I'm talking to a lot of people. A piece of tin doesn't make you a hero. Let's talk about Uvalde. No, let's not on second thought, because that'll just make me angrier. Bit of advice for those that wear a badge and anyone else. A good rule of thumb is to act as if everyone you encounter has a GoPro attached to their head, and that everything you do is on camera and can be played back. So, what do you want that film to be? A positive spin on you or a negative spin? That's up to you at every moment of your life. So, up to you. My movement is for peace, the Church of Unending Empathy. I try to emulate Fred Rogers every day of my life. Whenever I encounter anyone, doesn't matter what you look like, or how tall or short or fat or skinny or orange or pink. The word colored was invented by pale white people who have no pizzazz to their skin. That's why they refer to our Asian friends as yellow, and our Native American friends who are being attacked now for God knows reason why, we're red. It's sickening. We are all the same on the inside. If you cut us, we all bleed red. Grow up, people. It's time to change the way things are and turn them into the way things should be. If this has struck a note with anybody, please reach out to me. I want to make this grow rapidly, and I need help. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to social media stuff. I'm not adept at that. But I have a big mouth and I have a story to tell and I want to get it out there. I'm starting to go to tattoo studios and introduce myself and tell of my mission. I've tried to reach out to the Lake County Sheriff's Department. I received 2 phone calls back, one from the secretary and one from a major. And he told me at the end of the conversation it wasn't up to him if I could proceed, because I want to tell my story in the jail. That's where it's most important. But that was 3 days ago, and I haven't heard anything since. So my intention is, if I don't hear back from the Sheriff's Department in regards to my request to share my story with the inmates, then I will be peacefully demonstrating out in front of the sheriff's office with my signs that say, F the police, and another 3 more that I've done so far that will be similar. And I'll be contacting all the news agencies, and I'm hoping that all of my friends in the First Amendment auditing community will like, share, follow. People need to be held accountable. And I want to start this movement in those places because I spent most of my adult life in that place, just on the other side of the bars. Those of you who know me know what I did. I know how terrible it was to go to that every day. But it turned me into something I am now. And I'm proud of me. If you're not, then I don't care. I am more comfortable with the person I have become now than I ever have been in my entire life. So if I have your support, just know that I love you. If I don't have your support, I bid you the fondest of adieu, but see yourself out. Thank you. Honestly, I love everyone. And I mean that, everyone. But some need more tough love than others. And I'm willing to give that. That's the kind of guy I am. I've become a teacher in a way because life has taught me a lot of tough lessons. Number one of all of those is I am my biggest supporter. And if nobody sees this video, then so be it. I feel good about what I've said tonight. And I hope that some of you can agree. And if you are interested in my story and interested in this movement, please reach out to me at thehippieexmo@gmail or Fuchiboka 1967 1967 on Instagram. Tattoos and T-shirts 2024 on Instagram. And the Hippie Exmo on Facebook. Thank you all, and I hope to hear from you soon. Love you.